The movie begins in the futuristic city of Lagos, Nigeria, where we are introduced to a girl called Tola. Her father, Tunde, has been pretty worried lately because of the kidnapping of children news he has been hearing, and he is figuring out a way to protect his daughter, especially when he's not with her. Tola's father, a scientist, made robots that help her dress and do house chores since he is a very busy man. Today is her birthday, so Tola prepares snacks to throw a party. Meanwhile, Uncle G, a man who just newly got employed by Tola's father as a driver, goes to test the new car his boss just bought. He is shocked that he didn't even need to touch the car to open its door. Technology is so advanced in this era that some cars don't use steering wheels anymore, but you just only have to press a button and the car will take you to your expected location. But the problem with Uncle G is he doesn't know the button to press to start up the car. Uncle G plans to go to the airport to pick up his boss, Tunde, but Tola begs him to take her along so she can welcome her father at the airport. He refuses to add to his frustration, but couldn't reject an offer from his boss's daughter. They met traffic on the road, but that is no problem for Uncle G, who puts his boss's car on flying mode to reach the airport early. At the airport, we see a kidnapper called Iwaju using his glasses to scan the net worths of the travelers. Tunde gets informed about another child kidnapped, making him more worried as a father. Tola comes out from the crowd, hugs her dad, whom she hasn't seen in a long time, but he instead scolds her for walking around the airport on her own. He takes her outside where they come across beggars, but behind them is Iwaju, who begins following their every move with his gang. Her dad scolds Uncle G for allowing Tola to walk off alone, which he apologizes for, and then gives him the hot agege bread he had ordered him to buy, which the man and his daughter enjoy. They hear another news on the radio of another kidnapping, with the kidnapper demanding $1 million from the parent for the release of their child. Tola gives her dad the snack she has prepared for him, but it seems he has forgotten her birthday as he told her he has some work to do. She meets her friend, Kole, who is so curious to know how her father is planning her birthday, but sadly it's the other way round. We get to know how humble and kind Tola is when she helps their cleaner, Kay, to take out the trash. Later that evening, Tunde seems so frustrated failing to activate the powers of his robot lizard, which he has been experimenting for. His investor isn't happy, but suggests to him to give the lizard to his daughter, believing that whenever Tola is in danger, the powers which they experimented on the robot lizard might automatically come. He gives Tola the lizard, whom he names Odin, saying it's her birthday present. He promises to take her wherever she wants to go, as long as she takes care of the lizard well. Tola is pissed that among all the pets her father could think of, it's a lizard he brought for her, but since taking care of it will help her get closer to her dad, she is ready to do so. We are then taken to a flashback where we see Iwaju and his mom being thrown out the house that belongs to a wealthy family, all because he stole some changes. Iwaju's mom, who works as a housemaid for the wealthy family, begs on behalf of her son to get the job back and she can save up to pay back the stolen money, but her boss's mind is already made up. Iwaju's mom gets more furious after realizing her son used the money just to get a golden necklace. Instead of being remorseful, he complains on the kind of clothes they wear, unlike what their boss and kids wear. They too deserve some respect. This family is so rich but still pays them peanut, which they can hardly feed themselves with. Back to the present, Iwaju, who has now grown up to be a kidnapper, is met by his assistant, Happiness, who informs him that they collected the money from the parent of a child he just kidnapped. As soon as he shares the money with his gang, he orders Happiness to return the child back to his parent and prepares himself to kidnap another child, Tola. Tola dances with Kole and then invites him over to dinner. Tunde, seeing this, is so angry because the boy is just his cleaner and warns him never to come close to his daughter again. Although Tola is against this, on the other hand, Iwaju finds out that the father of the next child he is about to kidnap is the CEO of the only security company in Nigeria called Tunde, who uses blockchain and AI technologies to eradicate crimes within the country. He wants to kidnap Tunde's daughter because the information stored in his company database is worth billions. But Happiness doesn't seem okay with the kidnapping of the CEO of Security's daughter. She leaves a quote saying, "In large rivers, one finds a big fish, but one may also get drowned." Meanwhile, Kole boards a public transport but changes his mind after the driver demands twice the normal payment, only for him to squeeze himself inside the bus while he walks back home alone on the streets. He receives a call from Iwaju, which scares him. We are then taken to a flashback where Kole is having lunch with his mother at a restaurant. He promises her to finish school and become a doctor so he can buy her the gold slippers and a car she has always dreamed of. Happiness suddenly shows up at the restaurant, stating that her boss wants to see them. They are brought into Iwaju's chambers, where he serves them his favorite drink, Zobo. He told Kole to come work for him, but his mother refuses because having a work will only distract him on his studies. Olabode laughs because he knows studies will not allow the boy to provide for his mother and gives them some money, saying when the time comes, he is going to need their help. Back to the present, Kole takes care of his mother, who is badly sick. He goes to meet Olabode, who asks to see him. Olabode orders him to bring Tola to him in exchange for the money he has been giving to him and his mother, and also promises to handle his mum's medical bills if he does as he is told. But if he doesn't, he must have to return all the money he has given to them so far at the end of the month, which they can't possibly get. Tola lies to Uncle G about getting permission from her father to explore around the main city of Lagos. Kole takes her to the market in Lagos, which she is so fascinated about. He teaches her how to buy things there, and they eat the local meals, which Tola enjoys so much. Tola spots some hungry children on the streets and gives them her food and water. While she crosses a bridge with Kole, a man comes out from nowhere and says to Kole that this isn't where they agreed to meet. He is one of Olabode's henchmen who tries to kidnap Tola, but Kole tells her to run while he fights the man. The robot lizard, who senses Tola's danger, hurries to go protect her, but unfortunately its battery runs down. Tunde gets alerted by this and suddenly realizes that his daughter left the house without his permission. We are then taken another flashback, but this time it's just about Tunde. He was once a street poor boy who lives in a local town called the Jigan. He is so happy about the interview he is going for, because once he gets the job, everything in his life will change. After buying bread from Choma, he checks his phone only to realize he is late for the interview. But getting there as fast as possible won't be a problem, as he puts a mechanism in his legs that helps him run faster. He arrives at the Green Hood Tech Company to meet the CEO, stating the reasons on why he deserves the job. This is a company that uses technology to change the world, so as soon as Tunde brought out his self-made gadgets, the CEO is impressed and gives him the job. Back to the present, Tunde uses his computer to find his daughter just for him to discover she has been kidnapped. Olabode appears to him in form of a robotic mask and tells him to pay $50 million for his daughter's release unless he will not see her again. The time given to him is just 2 hours. Happiness takes Tola to Olabode, who is shocked on the respect the girl gives to him, because it is not something you can find a girl from a rich family do. Meanwhile, Kole finds Uncle G to inform him about the bad news. He regrets ever trusting them, now he is at risk on losing his job. He sets out to find Tola, but Kole begs him that he needs his help first to save his mother. Olabode is angry with Kole, who tries to stop his henchman from taking Tola. Now they are coming for his mother. He places his mother inside the car to be taken to a safe place by Uncle G, while he goes on his own to find Tola. Tunde meets a friend who was in a police force to help him find his daughter, but he refuses to help him after he has forgotten about them since 30 years of becoming rich, and he also broke his promise on using his technology to change his local town. With no choice left, Tunde takes the money he was asked to pay for his daughter's release to the instructed location by the kidnapper, Olabode. In disguise on a robot mask, appears to be aware that Tunde has met a police beforehand, thereby breaking his #1 rule. He increases the money from 50 million to 250 million, making Tunde so mad. He finds the location of his robot lizard and heads there immediately. Kole is in hiding from Olabode's henchman, who is searching for him. The henchman called Sunday finds and tries to capture him, but an unknown force hits him from behind. It is the robotic lizard who comes to his aid. It sends Sunday flinging in the air with a powerful force, and to our surprise, the lizard can actually talk. It asks Kole about the location of Tola, but he has no idea. As soon as the henchman wakes up from unconsciousness, Oding the lizard chases after him to get her location. He escapes with a taxi, not knowing Oding also got inside the car to follow him. Tunde finds Kole on the streets, who apologized for his daughter's kidnapping being his fault. He reveals the identity of the kidnapper, Olabode, and tells Tunde everything he needs to know about the captor as they go search for Tola. Meanwhile, Kole's mum is taken to Tunde's house by Uncle G, where she's been taken care of. Sunday meets Olabode, who appears to be curious to know what caused the bruises on his face. Sunday explains he already captured Kole when a strange robot lizard comes out from nowhere and attacked him. Since Tola's father works at a tech company, he knows it is no other person but him behind this. Olabode sees it that Tunde is not willing to pay the money to rescue his daughter, but wants to fight to do so. Oding appears to have followed Sunday to Olabode's hideout and finds Tola in the room she is locked in. She is also shocked after realizing that the lizard her father presented to her as a talking robot who was assigned to protect her. The EIM mode function of the lizard can give it enough power to break her out of prison, but it reveals that it cannot engage that function due to its battery is low. Tunde tracks down the lizard's whereabouts, and according to Kole, this is the hideout of Olabode. Kole's mother once told him that whenever he is around powerful people, he should record everything they say. He reveals to have a voice note of Olabode, which they can use to threaten him. Tunde sends the voice note to Olabode and asks him to release his daughter, or he will release the voice note worldwide. While he talks to Tunde on the phone, he orders Happiness to track down Tunde's location using his phone signal. They found his location and captures him with Kole. Just as Tunde is tied up on the chair, Olabode requests that he will only let him and his daughter go if he hands over his company to him and give him a list of all his clients and their net worths. Most especially, he wants his name cleared out from the police system. Tunde replies that he can't do all these with a random computer, so they all set out to Tunde's house to use his own computer. From a camera at Tunde's house, Uncle G sees Olabode and his gang entering the house and quickly goes into hiding with Kole's mom. As soon as Olabode gets into Tunde's mansion, he is so fascinated on how big it is and curses him for enjoying life while he left his homies in the streets to suffer. Kole and Tola are placed inside a room with 2 henchmen guarding the place. To save themselves, Kole thinks of a way to charge the robot lizard so he will get it to EIM mode to take down Olabode. They need to find a charging port, just something the lizard can draw electricity from, but for them to do so, they must have to find a way to Tunde's room strategically. Tola begins to cry to lure the henchmen away from their posts so Kole can escape from the room to find the main power supply in the house. The henchman takes Tola to her father, who is doing everything Olabode tells him to save his beloved daughter. Tola uses the opportunity to take the charging port, but the only problem for her now is she can't leave. As some henchman plays with Tunde's gadgets in his house, Uncle G sets a trap in Tunde's car, and it worked. They successfully lock down at least 3 of Olabode the henchmen and goes inside the mansion. Tola asks that she wants to go to the toilet, an excuse for her to get out with a charging port to find Kole. Sunday catches Kole during his escape, but Tola comes to his rescue. Kole pours ice on the floor, causing Sunday to slip to the floor, which knocks him out. Tola quickly gives Kole the charging port, which he places the robotic lizard on it. Not just the charging port, but the lizard also sucks power from other electrical items. A problem arises when Happiness shows up, but fortunately the lizard battery is now full. It shows up to protect Tola, which leads to Happiness, a tech expert, to finally show what she's capable of. The lizard finally goes into EIM mode and engages in a really epic battle with Happiness. When the other henchman comes to assist her, the lizard tells Tola to run away and find her father. Tola finds her father, who was getting the beating of his life by Olabode. He says something about how the rich are wicked, and he claims to deserve the money he earns from the children kidnaps, but without his knowledge, Tola already broadcasted his face and everything he was saying to the world. Olabode tries to escape, abandoning his gang, but the robot lizard blocks him from the front. Happiness and his gang decided not to protect him anymore for being selfish and leaves. The lizard captures him, and Tunde handed him to the police immediately. Kole reunites with his proud mother, while Tunde apologies to Tola for underestimating her. Tunde decides to sponsor Kole in school so he can achieve his dreams of being a doctor, and that was how the show ended. Thank you for watching, guys. If you love animation movies, please subscribe to this channel and keep watching. Bye.